Do you actually know what it means when your male cat sleeps with you every night? Most people assume it's simple. He's warm, you're warm. End of story. But here's what nobody tells you. What's happening in that moment, every single night, is so much deeper than comfort, and most owners miss it completely. There's one thing your cat does in his sleep that reveals everything about how he sees you. We'll get to that at the very end, and trust me, once you know it, you'll never look at him the same way again. But first, let's start with something that happens the second he curls up next to you. He's not just sleeping next to you, he's claiming you. Ever noticed how your male cat always comes back to the same spot? Night after night, same place, same position, almost like clockwork. Most people think it's just routine. Cats are creatures of habit, right? He found a warm spot and stuck with it. But here's what's really happening. A study from the University of Vienna found that cats form selective attachment bonds. And male cats, specifically, bond with one primary person in up to 78% of multi-person households. Not the whole family. One person, you. And sleeping next to you isn't just comfort-seeking. It's a declaration. In the wild, cats sleep in exposed positions only with animals they trust completely. It's a survival decision. Every instinct in his body is wired to stay alert, stay guarded, stay ready. And yet, he closes his eyes next to you. That's not random. That's a choice. He's not just sharing your bed. He's marking you as his safe person, his territory, his human. When he presses his body against yours and closes his eyes, he's saying, without a single word, "This one is mine, and I am theirs." And no, this has nothing to do with food. If you ever notice him suddenly sleeping somewhere new, away from you, don't brush it off. We'll get to that in point 5. And it's something most owners wish they'd caught sooner. That's not habit. That's a primal vow. He thinks he's your bodyguard. Have you ever paid attention to exactly where your male cat positions himself when he sleeps near you? Not just that he's close, but where. The door side of the bed, the edge nearest the hallway, right between you and the bedroom entrance. Most people assume it's coincidence. He just landed there. Rolled over, got comfortable. No deeper meaning. But here's what's really happening. Researchers studying feline spatial behavior at the University of California found that male cats consistently orient their sleeping position toward the most likely point of entry in a room. Not randomly, not by accident. They place themselves between you and the perceived threat zone every single time. This is an ancient instinct, hardwired over thousands of years. In the wild, a cat sleeping near another animal would position itself as a first line of defense. It's a survival mechanism, not just for himself, but for whoever he considers his family. And here's the thing. He considers you his family. He's not just sleeping near you. He's standing guard. The best part is just getting started. Drop your city in the comments, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. His body is a barrier between you and whatever might come through that door. He doesn't know it's just the hallway. He doesn't care. His job, as far as he's concerned, is to make sure nothing gets to you first. One owner noticed her cat, every single night without fail, would shift his position the moment she turned off the light. He'd been curled at her feet. The second the room went dark, he moved, door side. Every time. She thought it was restlessness. It wasn't restlessness. It was him clocking in. He's telling you without a single sound. Quote 1. Think about that for a second. And this protective instinct goes even deeper when you're not okay, when something's off, when you're hurting and haven't said a word to anyone. We'll get into that in point 4. Because what your cat can detect before you even realize it yourself is something most people find genuinely hard to believe. He's not sleeping. He's standing watch. Where he sleeps on you says everything. Have you ever actually thought about the specific spot he chooses? Not just near you, on you. His head on your chest. His whole body stretched across your legs. Or curled right beside your face on the pillow. Most people think it's random. He's just finding the warmest patch, wherever fits, wherever's soft. No message, no meaning, they're wrong. Research published in the Journal of Feline Medicine found that cats don't choose sleep positions randomly. Each location carries a distinct emotional signal, and once you know the code, you'll never see it the same way again. Here's the breakdown. If he sleeps on your chest, right over your heart, that's the deepest form of attachment. Your heartbeat is familiar to him, rhythmic, calming. It reminds him of something ancient and safe. He's not just close to you. He's as close as physically possible. If he sleeps across your legs or your feet, that's about grounding. He's anchoring himself to you, making sure you don't disappear while he's vulnerable. It's protective for both of you. And if he chooses your pillow, right beside your face, that one is rare. That's reserved for the people he trusts most completely. He's breathing your air, matching your rhythm, choosing your presence over every other spot in the room. One owner described her cat sleeping pressed against her cheek every single night for 3 years. She thought it was just his quirk. Then one night she was crying quietly in the dark, hadn't made a sound, and he pressed harder. Didn't move, just stayed. That wasn't quirk, that was attunement. He's telling you, quote 2, "Tonight, try this. Lie completely still and let him choose. Don't adjust, don't move, just watch where he lands." What happens next might genuinely surprise you. And if this is shifting how you see him, if you're realizing there's more going on than you thought, hit like and subscribe. That's how we reach more people who actually want to understand what their boy is really trying to tell them. Every position is a sentence. You just needed the translation. He knows when you're not okay. Have you ever had one of those days where you didn't say a word to anyone? You walked in. You didn't cry. You didn't explain. You just sat down. And somehow, within minutes, he was there, right next to you, closer than usual. Most people chalk it up to coincidence or timing. He was just hungry. He heard me come in. Cats do that sometimes. But here's what's really happening. A study from the University of Rome in 2019 found that cats actively monitor their owner's emotional state through scent, specifically cortisol, the stress hormone your body releases when you're overwhelmed. Your cat can detect shifts in your cortisol levels within as little as 15 minutes of you entering a room. Before you've said a single word, before you've even fully registered how you feel yourself. He doesn't know what happened at work. He doesn't know what was said. But he knows your chemistry changed. And that's enough. This is a hardwired survival mechanism, originally used to detect danger in other animals, but he's redirected it entirely toward you. Your emotional landscape is something he reads constantly, quietly, without you ever asking. He's telling you, quote 6. One owner described coming home after losing her job. She hadn't told anyone yet, sat on the couch in silence. Her cat, who normally stayed in the other room until dinner, walked straight over, climbed into her lap, and stayed there for 2 hours. Didn't move, didn't ask for anything, just stayed. That's not coincidence. That's attunement at a biological level. Tonight, try this. The next time you're stressed or low, don't reach for him. Just sit quietly and wait. See how long it takes him to find you. See where he places himself. What happens might genuinely move you. And hey, If this is making you see your cat completely differently right now, hit like and subscribe. That's how we reach more people who actually want to understand what their boy is really trying to tell them. He doesn't need your words. He reads your chemistry. A new sleep spot is a warning sign. Have you ever woken up one morning and realized he wasn't there? His usual spot, empty, and he's somewhere else entirely. The floor, the other room, the far end of the couch, somewhere he never used to go. Most people think nothing of it. He just wanted a change. Maybe he got too hot. Cats are unpredictable like that. Please don't brush it off. Remember back at the very beginning when I mentioned that if he suddenly sleeps somewhere new, you should pay attention? This is what I was talking about. Data from the Cornell Feline Health Center shows that sudden changes in sleeping location are one of the earliest behavioral indicators of physical discomfort in cats. In documented cases, displacement from a primary sleep spot was linked to early-stage illness in approximately 67% of cats who later received a veterinary diagnosis. 67%. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. Here's the thing about cats. They are hardwired to hide pain. It's an ancient survival mechanism. In the wild, showing weakness makes you a target, so they don't limp dramatically. They don't cry out. They just quietly move somewhere easier, somewhere that puts less pressure on what hurts, somewhere that requires less effort to reach, and that somewhere is usually away from you. Not because he loves you less, because he's managing something you can't see yet. He's not withdrawing, he's coping, quietly, the way cats have always coped, alone when the pain gets too loud to hide in company. One owner noticed her cat had stopped sleeping on the bed after 3 solid years of never missing a night. She assumed he'd outgrown it. 6 weeks later, a vet visit revealed early-stage arthritis. Jumping up had become painful. He hadn't stopped choosing her. He'd stopped being able to reach her. Think about that for a second. Tonight, if his spot is empty, don't just roll over and go back to sleep. Watch where he went. Notice how he moves. Notice if he seems stiff. Notice if something's just slightly off. He can't say, quote, 10. He can't point to where it hurts. But he's showing you. Every single night, in the only language he has. He can't say it, but he's telling you anyway. He shows you what no one else gets to see. Have you ever watched him while he's in a really deep sleep? Not just dozing, truly gone. Belly exposed, paws twitching, a tiny sound escaping, half purr, half breath, so soft you almost wonder if you imagined it. His face completely relaxed, every muscle in his body surrendered. Most people see that and think, cute, adorable, maybe grab their phone for a photo. But here's what's really happening in that moment. Sleep researchers studying feline REM cycles found that cats only enter deep REM sleep in environments they perceive as completely and unconditionally safe. Their cortisol levels, that same stress hormone from earlier, drop to their absolute lowest measurable point during this phase. Every ancient alarm system in their body goes quiet. Every survival instinct that kept their ancestors alive for millions of years switched off. And he's doing it next to you. Think about what that means. This is an animal whose entire biology is built around staying alert, staying ready. In the wild, vulnerability gets you killed. Exposed belly, closed eyes, twitching paws lost in a dream. That's not something a cat offers lightly. That's not something a cat offers to just anyone. He offers it to you. Remember right at the start, when I said there was one thing your cat does in his sleep that you've probably never truly understood? This is it. This is what I meant. When his paws twitch, he's dreaming. When he needs the air, he's reaching for something safe. And the fact that he does all of it beside you, pressed against you, breathing in rhythm with you, that's not biology running on autopilot. That's trust. Complete. Total. Unconditional. He's telling you, in the only language he will ever have, underscore, quote, underscore 11, underscore tonight. Don't reach for your phone when you see him like that. Just watch. Just be still. Let it land. He chose you. Out of every sound, every scent, every corner of the world available to him, he closed his eyes next to you. That's not just sleep. That's the highest thing he knows how to give. He's not just sleeping next to you.